So in this video, I'm going to be going over a limiting belief or troubling thought, I guess, that a lot of people seem to have, and that is essentially thinking that you are going to be forever alone and that you're never going to get a significant other and you're going to be alone and it's going to be miserable and all this stuff, right? And one thing I think we really need to acknowledge when it comes to this, and maybe this applies to men a little bit more, but maybe also women, is that when you're going up and talking to somebody and you're approaching somebody, are you actually truly being yourself without being very stifled or very nervous and anxious, right? Like, are you approaching them and talking to people, by, truly being yourself without all that, anxious and, nervous energy, right? Because if you are, well, in a way, this is actually a relief, because when you go up and you talk to somebody and you're talking to people when you're in that mode of being, very anxious and nervous, and if the person rejects you, then they aren't even actually rejecting you, right? They aren't rejecting who you truly are. They're just rejecting this nervous and more awkward kind of version of yourself, right? So that's one question I think we definitely need to ask is, do I still have, this nervousness and this kind of traumatic energy still running me, right, when I'm talking to people? Because chances are that is contributing to a lot of the reason why we have developed this belief. And usually this kind of thought process, or this kind of thought, comes from a deeper rooted belief where you essentially believe that you are worthless and that you don't deserve love, and chances are that's coming from some sort of childhood trauma, right? So once we are able to come to terms with that and realize that, hey, this is a limiting belief I created a long time ago that that is still running me, then once we realize that, then chances are we will also eliminate these troubling thoughts of thinking that we will never get a significant other, because we have now eliminated the root cause of this. And the last pointer is just simply, how much are you actually putting yourself out there to meet new people and potential partners, right? Do you tend to bail a lot of the time when friends ask you to go to certain, social gatherings with them or whatever it is, right? And even when you are out at these social events, are you really taking full advantage of all the opportunities around you? And are you really, actually approaching and talking to the people you are interested in, right? And this doesn't even have to, be some big social gathering or, or out at the bar or whatever, right? It can literally just be in your day-to-day life, right? Like if you go to the gym and there's somebody attractive there you want to talk to, well, you can go talk to them, right? Or even maybe someone at a coffee shop or the park or wherever, right? It can be literally pretty much anywhere, right? But a lot of the times it feels like, we need to, go to the bar and get drunk and, then I can, finally get laid or finally, approach somebody, right? But what we need to realize is, like, yeah, we can, still, meet people out at the bar, but we also need to understand that there are a lot of other situations around us that we are probably not taking advantage of, right? So yeah, anyways, I hope you guys found this useful, and I'll see you guys in the next video.